Hey guys, it's Phil Morrison. I coach people on reducing anxiety, building confidence, and living a positive lifestyle. So, what do you do if you're in a social situation, you're feeling really nervous, you're stifled, you're not in the mood, and you want to warm up and feel more confident within that group? The first thing you can do is you can practice making and holding eye contact with different people. This is a simple exercise I've been sharing with a guy that I coach around once every 3 weeks. Making and holding eye contact with people. And the reason that this helps is because the social anxiety is a fear of connecting with people. And when you're holding eye contact, you're connecting in that moment. There's emotions, there's personality being transmitted from you to the other person and vice versa. You can kind of imagine if there was a tube connecting you to another person and you're sending information down that tube. That's what happens when you make eye contact. So it's a really practical way to start to feel more present and confident in a social setting. The next thing that you can do is work on your body language. Be more open. Don't have your arms crossed, hands in your pocket, legs crossed. Try to have open body language. So when people are nervous, they want to protect themselves from the situation because they're scared. So they tend to go into shutdown mode. I used to do this all the time, especially when I was in high school and college. As a teenager, I'd walk around like this, hunched over. I was closed off from other people. So open body language requires bravery because you're not protecting yourself. The vulnerable parts of your body, they're exposed. And really what you're doing is this. So the nerves and fear are there because you don't feel safe in that situation. And you're acting in a way which tells your brain that you're safe. You're getting the proof that, hey, I can let my guard down and nothing bad happens. This helps you relax into a social group and feel more confident. And based on this same idea of getting proof that you're safe in that setting, you can start to put your personality, put your opinions out there. Look for an opportunity to join in a conversation. Even if you're scared and you're mainly listening and just adding some words, just speaking out loud can help you in this situation. As soon as your voice is out there and you face your fear of other people judging you, it's less scary to keep doing the same thing and build on it. Something else which is kind of fun to share, just as a perspective, something that I've realized and my clients have realized too. So people that take a bit longer to warm up in social groups, in conversations, they tend to have more depth to their personality and you can have deeper conversations with them. People that arrive extroverted, that don't need to warm up at all for socializing, you can't really go as deep with those people. It's more surface level, so you can talk about topical events, sports, interests and hobbies, but you can't really go deep and talk about psychology. You can't talk about the meaning of life. You can't talk about deeper topics as readily with these people. So the fact that you take a bit longer to warm up is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no rule saying that one way's right and one way's wrong. It probably means that you have more depth to your personality. You're a more interesting character. And when you open up, you have so much power and you probably don't even realize it. You might come across really grounded and you might actually be a very calming presence. So there's so much value that you can provide by being quietly confident rather than someone who is always talking. Just as a side point, you don't need to shame yourself, judge yourself, feel bad because you take time to warm up. So far I've mentioned eye contact, body language, getting your voice out there. Even if it's just saying hi to people, asking a simple question, that alone is enough to chip away at that tension. The next thing you can do is you can call out your own fears. If you're afraid of people judging you, you can be really brave and just say, right now, I'm feeling quite nervous. Just today, I'm feeling nervous, I'm feeling afraid right now. And as soon as you stop caring about other people finding this out, as soon as you don't need to hide the fact that you're nervous and afraid, you allow others to see that, that frees you from feeling nervous and afraid. It's you accepting it that allows you to release it and get past it. And as soon as you tell other people that I'm afraid right now, I feel nervous in this situation, it takes the sting out of how you feel. A bit like if you've been stung by nettles and then you put dock leaves on yourself, it takes the sting out. Calling out your fears takes the sting out as well. When you're not ashamed of how you feel and you own it, you're no longer nervous and afraid. So you don't need to bottle it up. And also, you don't need to rush either. When people are afraid, as well as wanting to protect themselves with their body language, they often want to escape situations. So, for example, you might talk really, really fast, rushing. And if you notice yourself doing that, challenge yourself to go the other way. Add pauses when you're speaking. Feel the tension, hold the tension, and remain composed. Still make eye contact, open your body language, and get your voice out there, but do it in your own time. You're not required to become an extrovert and be someone you're not to overcome the social anxiety. As cheesy as it might sound, you do just need to be yourself. Because how you overcome social anxiety is getting proof that you're safe to put yourself out there in front of other people. That's ultimately how you do it, and it's exposure therapy. Exposure therapy doesn't work if you've got your guard up, because you're not really exposing yourself. You're doing half of the battle. You're turning up, but when you're there, you're not turning up, if that makes sense. It's like turning up, that's step one. When you're actually in the arena, letting your guard down and putting yourself out there is step two. If you do both, you put yourself into social situations, you're being proactive, and you purposely let your guard down, you're going to build confidence. some recent a recent example that comes to mind. So I put on coffee socials once a month to help people with all these different topics. So if you want to come down and learn how to warm up so you feel confident in social groups, you're very welcome to. And there's a guy that has been coming to my events for a while now called Mubasha. And in the comments, the last event, he said that he's really, really been enjoying coming to the events, and he's noticed a visible and tangible difference in how confident he now feels around other people. He feels more connected and has a much easier time speaking to new people. And this is because at my events, I get people to open up and be themselves. So they're getting that exposure therapy. And because it's a safe and supportive environment, you're not going to be shut down for opening up and putting yourself out there. You're going to be encouraged. It's actually the opposite. So you're going to get proof that you're safe to be yourself. You're going to feel less socially anxious, and you'll find that social confidence that we all have deep down. There will have been situations where you feel, as a human, you feel turned on and alive. You feel switched on. You've come alive in that moment and you're just speaking so freely and you feel confident. You'll understand how to get yourself into this place and be there on a more consistent basis. Of course, not all the time, but you'll have tools to get yourself into a place where you feel more confident. If you want to learn these things for free, drop me an email and you can come down to one of my live events in Birmingham. They take place 2 p.m. on the last Sunday of each month. I've done 35 of them now, and they're really popular. They book up pretty fast, and I'm getting 60 people booking themselves on these days. So you get to meet a lot of interesting characters, and you will come away more confident than you arrive if you decide to brave coming along and facing your fear. Also, something which I offer to people at my events, and I'm happy to offer to you watching this video. So I offer the first one-to-one coaching session free of charge, and thereafter I charge £100 an hour. So you're very welcome to try your free first coaching session. No obligation or pressure to buy. I simply focus on helping you open up, feel more confident, get past blockages in our one-to-one conversation. The conversation itself, the session, can either be a video call or it can be over coffee if you want to come down to Birmingham. If you're interested in either coming to an event or trying your free first coaching session, just drop me an email and I'll be in touch. If you're new to the channel or you've been watching it for a little while and you want to get notified when I release more videos, do live streams, when different events and opportunities to grow in confidence are being created and put out there, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And also, my videos are meant to be watched in real time rather than binge watched, to keep you motivated, keep you doing the right things that are going to get you more confident. No quick fixes or gimmicks, no BS, just putting the honest hard work in to getting the results that you want in the real world in time with patience. hope that you got value from this video right now, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to get my cardio and strength training in, and then coaching a guy on overcoming a trauma later on.